How much longer do you plan on leaving all your belongings spread out in your room? If you don't collect it all soon, I'm just going to throw it all out the window.
You know I can't come and collect my belongings right now. I'm in the hospital. Why are you telling me this when you know that I can't do anything about it?
Because all your stuff gets in the way. If you're going to move out of the house, then please do it as soon as possible.
I'm sorry, but I can't move out right away. I'm going to need some time to find a new place to move to. If possible, I'd like to live there a little bit longer. I don't want to move out yet.
You're joking, right? Are you really planning to continue living here? I think it's about time you moved out. I'm getting really tired of this situation. How many times do I have to tell you this? We're happy as long as your brother Kevin lives with us. He's very smart and has a fantastic job with a great income. We really don't care about you at all. In fact, we want you gone.
I know that you want me gone, but what you did was totally crazy, Mom. I can't believe you poured boiling water all over my back. That's not the kind of thing you should be doing to your daughter. In fact, it's the kind of thing that you shouldn't be doing to anyone. What you did to me was really unacceptable. I also can't believe that Kevin had terminated my health insurance and taken the money. The hospital fees are really expensive because I don't have any health insurance right now.
I had to do that. I really had no other choice. I wanted you to move out from a long time ago, but you decided not to. I only poured boiling water all over you so that you would move out.
You must be insane. You didn't have to do that. You should have just talked to me about it. And I would have thought about moving out. Also, you keep on asking me to move out, but you don't really have the right to do that. That house was given to me and Kevin as inheritance when Dad passed away. Why do I have to be the one that gets kicked out? That's my house as well, you know. I also have a lot of precious memories with Dad in that house.
This is why I hate you, Evelyn. You loved Dad so much, but you never seemed to like me that much. You're also dumb and pretty ugly. I really want you out of the house.
I really loved Dad because he would treat me like a normal human being. All you ever did was compare me to Kevin. You always made fun of me and insulted me for not being as good as him. Dad would love and care for me no matter what. He didn't compare me to anyone. He respected me for who I was. That's why I prefer being with him much more than being with you.
Yeah, I really don't care about any of that now. Your dad that you loved so much is no longer here with us. There's no need for you to stay in this house any longer now that he's gone, right? I really want to live in this house with just Kevin. There's really no place for you here.
How could you say that to me? I'm still your daughter.
I really wish that you weren't my daughter. I really didn't like you from a long time ago, but I hate you right now. You're an adult, but can't even find a job. How long have you been unemployed for now? How much longer are you planning to depend on me? I don't want to have to babysit you forever.
What are you talking about? I am not unemployed. I work very hard at my job every single day.
Stop making up lies like that. All you do is stay in your room all day. You barely ever leave your room during the day. If you're just going to be lazy in your room every single day, there's no need for you to live here. You can have exactly the same lifestyle anywhere else. That's why I'm asking you to move out. Please just hurry up and get the hell out of here. If you don't, I'm going to have to pour boiling water all over you again. I really don't want to have to do that again to you.
How can you treat me like this, Mom? Do you really hate me that much? I might have been a little clumsy and dumb growing up. I still tried my best to impress you. I wanted you to love me. I'm your daughter.
Please stop talking about things like that. It's just a huge waste of time. I don't have the time to just chat.
Do you not care what happens to me? Do you even see me as your daughter at all?
Not really. I've only gave birth to you because Kevin was such a successful child. I thought that you would be similar to him. Unfortunately for me, you turned out to be a total failure. I never would have given birth to you if I knew you would turn out like this. I wish I could go back in time and decide not to have a second child.
I'm just so shocked to hear that from you. I'm speechless. I really can't believe that you're my mom. How could you say all those horrendous things to me?
You really need to shut up. You don't even understand how difficult it is to be a mom. It's really stressful being the mom of a failed child like you. You have no idea how I feel at all, so you have no right to accuse me of anything.
Fine, that's it. I'm tired of trying to talk to you. I'm just going to give up if I'm hated by you this much. I'm going to stop trying to get you to accept and love me. I've realized that it's completely hopeless. You're never going to change.
So you finally decided to move out then? Thank you so much. That's a huge weight off my shoulders. It feels so good to finally be free from you. This is the happiest I've felt in such a long time. Hello, Evelyn. How have things been? Did you miss me?
What's your motive here, Mom? I'm not in the mood for chatting.
What's causing this sudden distance? We haven't spoken in nearly half a year.
A text from you is just unexpected. I believed I was done with seeing or hearing from you. Why the abrupt contact? Why send a text now? Be direct. I've got little time to spare.
It's hard to believe you're speaking to your own mother like this. Quite impolite. I heard whispers about your impressive earnings lately. Is it true? Did you finally secure a job?
Who spread this?
It's Uncle Jim who informed me. He shared how you've been putting in tremendous effort. Word is you're doing quite well recently.
Uncle Jim, of course. That makes sense since I've asked him to assist me. He's a tax consultant, after all.
Wait a moment. Why would you require a tax consultant's help? What sort of work do you do?
I'm still in the same profession. I work remotely as a stock trader and portfolio manager.
A stock trader?
Yes, dealing in stocks and offering stock advice. I operate as a freelancer, so I reached out to Uncle Jim for tax aid. The procedure's bewildering, and I struggled with it solo. I remembered Uncle Jim's background in tax advising.
All this is news to me. How much are you making presently?
Around $100,000 annually, I think. Not much to share, really. But I anticipate a significant increase soon.
Seriously, you're earning that much? Around $8,000 per month?
Roughly. It fluctuates based on my work hours.
You're reaping this due to my decision to evict you, aren't you? You should show some gratitude.
What on earth are you talking about?
Your zeal for hard work stemmed from me throwing you out, right? Your achievements trace back to my actions. I'm pleased I could be of assistance like this. Can you start repaying me now? Maybe by moving back in with the family?
Return to live with you? You're kidding, surely? Why would I want to live with someone like you again? Gratitude hasn't been my sentiment toward you. Forgotten how you forced me out? Your actions were beyond acceptable. Forgiveness isn't on the horizon for me.
You're still carrying that resentment? It was ages ago. Perhaps it's time to let go and forgive. I do apologize for the incident with the boiling water. Stress got the best of me then, I overstepped. Reflecting, it was excessive. I'd love for you to return to the family. I promise that won't recur. With your current resources, maybe you could assist me financially?
I have no intention of moving back. I've established my own dwelling.
Wait, what did you say? You own a house now?
Indeed, I've my own residence. I designed it for both living and working comfort.
Not solely for yourself, I hope? You're married now?
Yes, I wedded not long ago. I had a partner in mind once I left your house. Marriage was on the table shortly after my departure. We even constructed a house for the two of us.
Evelyn, I'm taken aback. You're truly my child, aren't you? I'm genuinely proud. The house must be spacious, right? We should move in with you. A unified family, living together.
What are you even saying? You think I'd agree to you and Kevin moving in?
You'll welcome us, won't you? We're family, after all. We've a right to cohabitate.
What happened to the house Dad left us? The house you drove me out of, scolding me.
The house is no longer ours.
What? What do you mean?
Kevin fell into gambling addiction, racking massive debt. The house was sold to repay his debts. I had no inkling of his gambling issue. His debt revelation was shocking.
That's quite surprising to hear. I had higher expectations for Kevin.
There's more to the story. Kevin also embezzled money from his company to support his gambling habit. His company promptly terminated his employment. It was a well-known firm with a substantial salary.
Indeed, his dismissal seems warranted given the circumstances. I'm still struggling to comprehend how you both sold the house without discussing it with me first. That's what's most shocking to me.
Additionally, his company is imposing a $500,000 fine on him for the embezzlement, damaging the company's reputation. He had no alternative but to sell the house in an attempt to cover the fine.
I see the bigger picture now. My disappointment in him deepens.
The issue is that selling the house didn't resolve everything. He still owes the company roughly $200,000. We're in a tight spot and need your assistance. Both Kevin and I are financially strained and without employment. Can you lend us a hand? We are family, after all.
I regret to inform you that I cannot provide the help you're seeking.
What do you mean? There are several ways you can assist us. For starters, you could allow us to move in with you. We're in desperate need of a place to live. Moreover, I'd appreciate some financial support. A few $100s per month should suffice for now. We can consider raising the amount later on.
Are you seriously asking me to financially support you both? That's not something I'm willing to do. Neither of you demonstrated concern for me while we lived together. I have no reason to offer my assistance.
We're family. That should be reason enough to help us. You also received an inheritance from Dad, correct? Kevin and I have already depleted our share of the inheritance. Please consider sharing a portion of that inheritance with us. Dad left it to us for emergencies like this. Now's the time to use it.
I won't part with my inheritance. I intend to save it for when I truly need it. It's not my fault you both spent yours recklessly. I allocated a portion to build a comfortable doghouse in the yard for my dog. The rest I'm setting aside for genuine necessities.
Spending the inheritance on a doghouse is wasteful. You should be helping us instead.
My love for my dog justifies the expense. He's like family to me, unlike you two. And please refrain from judging my expenditure. You squandered it all on designer items you hardly use. That's a poor use of funds. I suspect Kevin wasted his on gambling as well. I'm content with how I used my inheritance. The doghouse is spacious and appealing. Do you still find fault?
Yes, I have grievances. That money would have been more wisely spent by Kevin and me. We're in dire need of it now. Frankly, your behavior is appalling.
I'm sorry, did you just say that to me?
Yes, I said it. You're being terrible. How could you treat your own family this way?
That's a sentiment I could throw right back at you. You tormented me throughout my upbringing. In the end, you scalded me with boiling water and kicked me out of the house Dad left me. Kevin canceled my health insurance without my knowledge and took the funds from it. I was denied coverage at the hospital after the boiling water incident due to the insurance cancellation. I had to cover the full hospital bill because of that. I harbor deep resentment for both of you. You treated me like an outsider in the family. Now I'm going to ensure you both experience suffering. I won't be offering assistance. You're undeserving of my help.
I did mention I was overwhelmed at the time. I apologize for the boiling water incident. Motherhood can be extremely stressful. You'll understand when you have your own child.
Stress doesn't justify your actions. I won't become a mother like you, so I can't relate to your feelings. Please cease asking me for aid. You two need to find solutions on your own.
We're desperate, so there's no stopping us. We'll gather our belongings and prepare to move to your place. We'll finish the move by day's end.
If you step foot on my property, I'll notify the police.
Wait, what? Involving the police?
If you're determined, go ahead and try. I won't grant permission to enter my home, so entering would be trespassing. The police will arrest you upon entry.
How can you do this to us? Aren't we family? I'm your mother, the one who gave birth to you. You're obliged to care for me as I age. It's societal norms.
Spare me, Mom. You never raised me. Dad was my sole caretaker. I'm finally content now that you're not part of my life. I have a loving husband and a home I built with my own funds. I don't want you to disrupt my newfound happiness. I'm keeping my current life intact. You and Kevin won't be moving in with me. I've realized you made my life miserable. I want no further contact with you. My mother disregarded my warnings and decided to forcefully move in with Kevin against my wishes. Left with no choice, I contacted the police as they entered my house without permission. Within 10 minutes of my call, the police arrived and arrested both my mother and Kevin. My mother was in disbelief, arguing with the police about her arrest. She insisted they should only arrest Kevin and let her go free. This led to a heated argument between her and the police, while Kevin was taken aback by her stance. Their argument resulted in their separation and subsequent arrests. Kevin faced additional charges for 2 other crimes post-arrest. His first crime involved embezzling money from his company to fuel his gambling habit. The second crime was related to fraudulently terminating my health insurance and misusing the funds. This led to Kevin serving time in prison and later being on probation to rebuild his life. After his release, Kevin successfully overcame his gambling addiction and started anew at a small countryside company. He is now striving to repay his debts and build a stable life. Meanwhile, my mother's life took a different turn. Abandoned by her children, she found herself alone and struggling. forced to rent a small, aged apartment on the outskirts of the city. He works multiple minimum wage part-time jobs to make ends meet. She sporadically messaged me, seeking forgiveness and support. But her persistence led me to cut ties by blocking her number. I hope she reflects on her actions and lives with regret. Recently, I discovered I'm pregnant. And the impending motherhood motivates me to break the cycle. Determined not to repeat my mother's mistakes. I'm committed to loving and nurturing my child unconditionally. My mother's example serves as a valuable lesson in parenting, reminding me of what not to do. I'll channel my experiences into becoming the best possible mother.